If you ever pill a cap, shit, it be where the ceiling at. When I'm flaming, I'm aiming to push a nigga feelings back. I'm feeling back like I'm rubbing on a spine with that hustler music. Baby, it's money on my mind. Cousin on his grind, got a dime to a dub like I just took a deal for a homie from a judge. Homie in the judge, if he ever try roof me and be a dick, I throw him in a hole like coochie. Oochie, coochie, la la la, I mean I fuck groupies while I'm high. And I ain't stingy, give it to my boys in the hood. When I blow I back out like them niggas did Ricky and the nigga Picky. I ain't talking Nicky when I say I hit fat chicks. I don't hit fat chicks. Anything I bone to the bone, she a bad bitch. I don't pay her cab shit, I take her out to eat a dick. Starve them. You feed chicks, I'ma call you farmers. They can't cough my gank. I heard you smack the bitch calling the stank, cause you had in bed calling you Frank. Young dime wine, fine dime slice like Shinobi with the sword. She told me you poke her with a shank. My dragon dagger swagger got him feeling them, I'm killing them. Call him Frank cause he all about his Benjamins. I be on my grind from 10 till 10 again. AM, PM, AC, peeing in the alleyway, hoping they can't see him. But I shit in my house, and I don't keep shit in my house. Except for a shotty with a clip in my couch. Kick in the door, my bitch, and hit you, then I'm kicking you out. It's nothing. Y'all can make me put my foot in your ass. The studio like home ec. I be cooking in class, and it ain't a nigga cooking the class. Calm down with that woo side. I come on your heels like tube socks with 2 Glocks in the ooh. I banging Tupac a few shots and make that nigga drop like stew socks. You bacon, keep thinking you raw till you cut that, cooked and rock like I hit you with baking soda. I'm arming hammers with arms and hammers. Your leg lift, your leg hit, it's coming off amazing. I got a whole lot of gorillas in cages from state road to the feds in the state pen. They ride out for the ball, that ride out for them bulls that stick together like Mike and the Bulls. On the mic, I'm the bull, and I'm a bull on the mic. Plus, I got a lot of tan like the Florida life. When it's hot, I be blowing the trees, sipping the water, blowing like a fish out of order.
Yeah, y'all know who it is, man. It's your wifey's favorite DJ, the back block bully, DJ Juice Ortiz. And right now, man, I'm with a super special guest. I know I say that every episode, but this is somebody personally that I watched growing up. Him and a few other artists on the DVD scene. If you was around for the early 2000s hip hop DVD scene, there's no need for an introduction for him. But I'm gonna go ahead and let him introduce himself.
Oh man, what's the deal, gorillas and gorillas, gorilla mommies, baby gorillas? Yeah, I mean, Frank with the grippers going. You already know the dead and rapper. I mean, from Gorilladelphia, the South Side. You know what I'm saying? So, shit, I don't know what else left to say. Big star, too raw for the streets. Top class, touch money, gorilla heads. Uh, sheesh.
Yeah. So before we get into the resume, man, I just want to kind of delve into who you are as a rapper and what inspired you to start rapping. And how did growing up in Philly shape your style?
Sheesh. What inspired? I can't even say what actually inspired me to start rapping because I don't even remember when I started. Like I did my first talent show when I was probably like 6. I think I was when I did my first talent show back when the first song I did at a talent show was me and my cousin Lil. Rest in peace, Lil. It was Shaheem and Daddy Mac.
Okay.
If you want to party, John.
Okay.
So I was young back then, so I don't like it was always a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hip hop was always a thing. Like my brother rap. That's what actually inspired me to rap. My brother, because my brother actually used to be rapping. I used to fuck around like everybody else. I had a knack for it. I loved it. You know what I mean? But the courage of actually doing it was different. I got the courage to do it from my brother when I was like probably like 9.
Okay. So can you say your brother was your biggest musical
Yeah,
influence?
yeah.
Okay. Who were some of your other influences coming up?
Oh man, I had a lot of influences coming up. I had a neighborhood full of guys, like and then I had my homies. I had my peers. And we was young, but my brother, uh, rest in peace, Brahim. He he was hot as shit. Like my man Red, rest in peace, Red. Red was hot as shit. And, these niggas was all hotter than me. Like them two, my man KY, they was all hotter than me. I started rapping last. So like writing and shit. I was still freestyling and these niggas knew how to write. They raps, they was coming up. saying shit that I was scratching my head. You feel me?
Yeah,
They come up
facts.
battling each other. I gotta sit on the side. You know what I mean? I'm playing bodyguard. I'm bodyguard for Brian while he battling both of these niggas. Like, you know what I mean?
Nah,
So
facts.
that it went from that's what it was though. Me and my homies, Mo, Lil, my cousins, shit like that. We always was on our rap shit. You know what I mean? And I just delved deep into it as like the neighborhood. Cause I'm from Tasker. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So it started being talent shows back when the project still there. Orton Reed, the old Orton Reed, the Hill, all that. You know what I mean? So they had to start having is a cat named Marty. I used to do all type of shit when I was young. I was in a dance group, all type of shit. But
yeah,
Marty used to be like the dance, used to be like the what they call a choreographer,
yeah, yeah,
right? And he used to throw the talent shows and shit for the dance group. That's me before I'm getting into the dance and stuff and all that. It was it was he do a talent show, and I was already rapping in school. Like first time that I performed openly was probably sixth grade, sixth grade Valentine's Day.
okay,
Sixth grade Valentine's Day. In sixth grade, then we did a Black History joint. Then I did the Black History joint, some educational joint, and from there, like I would build from like 11 on. That's when I would start to like write, build my courage. You know what I mean? And I was good at it because I used to write about things that was happening as they was happening. Where like my homies that was better than me, they still had them same raps that they started off with that was hotter
yeah.
than mine. As we going on, these new shits that they coming up with ain't,
Ain't
you know
fucking
what
with
I
what
mean?
you got
Yeah, and
going
I
on.
was studying the art at the same time. Like I always studied the art, like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So it always went hand in hand with grooving, just being black. You know what I mean? It was our nature. It was always expressing itself, dancing, being rhythmatic. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Knowing how to put them words together in a way that is accepted by a multitude of people. That's what the battle rap. That's what the battles was for back in the day.
yeah,
It was
for
like
sure.
a part of the craft. It wasn't like the craft. Oh, you just a battle rapper. That
Yeah,
shit wasn't a career. Like you know what I'm saying? It was
yeah,
a part of the craft. Like
and
you can never be the best rapper as a battle rapper.
yeah, no, for sure, because it's subjective. Everybody got their own opinion. And speaking on the battle rap, and we was talking a little bit off camera, and I was asking you, how battle rap came along for you, and how did it feel to be in your first battle? And you were saying you really not a battle rapper, and we started talking about the DVDs, and I was asking you,
No, I ain't saying I'm not a battle
no,
rapper. I just don't want to be in the box.
box of a battle rapper,
Right.
yeah, for sure. And
Right.
then you started, so I asked about the DVDs, and you started speaking on how the difference between the battles and dissing somebody was back then. It wasn't really battling; it was more so dissing. So can you touch a little bit on that? How that the difference between those two?
All right. It's like for instance, when I met Had, right? This is how ironic life worked, right? I met Had. This how I met. Yeah, Had. This how me and Had started beefing and all that. And it was through rap. Like it was based on this. You know what I'm saying? So Meek was over in a music hut on 52nd Street. I mean, battling a bunch of cats from Touch Money. This me pre knowing Touch Money. I don't know them. I know Meek at
Yeah,
the time. You know what I mean? So I'm with Eddie Mars out Southwest, and he get a call. I think it was Meatball that called him. He like, yo, what's up? Yo, bro, Frank with you? He like, yeah. He like, yeah, what's up? He like, yo, Meek out here battling all these niggas out west at the music hut, this and that. He see if he was trying to come out here with him. He out here by himself type shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, so Ed like he like, yo, they said you trying to come down to joint, you trying to go down the joint with Meeky down there battling all these niggas down the joint. I'm like, come on, let's go down there. You know what I mean? We come down the hut and when we come in, Meek battling somebody Then he battled Boom, bang after that. But right while Meek battling Boom, he turned around, look at me like, Frank, you want some of this? You want some, my nigga? And I'm like, you already know I'm with you, gorilla. You know what I mean? So I come up on his side. By then, me and him done been running around battling in a nice few circles together, battling.
Yeah.
So I know his raps. You know what I'm saying? And he know my shit. So I'm like, saying they all ad-libbing Boom shit and all that. You know what I mean? So I'm ad-libbing Meek shit. You know what I mean? Because I'm the only rapper over there with him. You feel me?
Right.
So I'm like, so now in between rounds, I'm like, whoever want next, I want next. You know, without shooting my shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Popping.
now when I'm popping my shit, had right here across from me over they side. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So now motherfucking they get finished battling and all that. After they get finished battling, everybody just like scatter and just like go all these different ways and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, fuck it. You know what I mean? And like, man, we out. You know what I mean? We go to dip, we all leave, and then I see Had. And he like, what's up? He like, I'm like, what's up with you? I'm like, what's up with you? He like, your name Frank, right? I'm like, yeah. He like, I seen you. He like, yeah, I seen you on the Star Joint. I fuck with you. I'm like, that's what's up. I fucks with you for that, this and that. I'm like, I think I seen you on a joint too. I forget what it was, but I'm like, that's what's up. I fuck with you for that though. Like, you know what I mean? So he like, so that was that. I stopped. I think Slick stopped me. Or one of the DVDs stopped me. And I did a little verse for one of the DVDs we bip out. Now, I mean, now, at this particular time, he had the opportunity to battle me face to face. You feel me?
Right.
So now, come after that, him and one of my cousins get to arguing up Cheney and all that. One thing leads to another. They calling me about battling him. They bullshitting it with the paper and all this old bullshit. So then the nigga wound up, I guess he did a verse and then put my name in a verse.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So after he put my name in a verse, I took it like, you know what I mean? You that's a diss, nigga. Like,
Yeah.
fuck him. When I catch him, I'ma snuff him. You know what I'm saying? I was
Facts.
on that. Like, you know what I mean? No, you know, shout out Head though. I fuck with him now, but this what I'm on. You feel me? So at that time, you feel me? So
Yeah.
it's like that's the way to like explain it. It was different because when I got locked up right after that, bang, I hear that and I'm like, all right, well, bang, I get on a DJ Difference joint. DJ Difference do a mixtape. Cree left a verse for me on the ASAP beat, Cassidy joint. I get on the joint. Yo, what's up with this nigga Joey Jahad? Nigga, you must be on easy talking greasy, Joey. What you had? Fuck, is you mad? Cause on some real shit I never heard of you. You were bumping my path, the pump and make me heard of you. All that type shit. So
Yeah.
it was so I did that little 16, and that was like in between and me like not rapping because I had lost two of my cousins and shit.
Okay.
And I got locked up after that. So while I'm locked up for the third time in a week, niggas wound up letting me sit. I paid my bail the first two times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the third time, this shit happened in a week. Niggas like Frank tripping. He got chill for a minute.
Yeah.
We ain't in a rush to pay that nigga bail. I'm glad he ain't got his own money now.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? I wound up sitting for probably like 5 weeks, a month and a half, and Headshot come out. The first Headshot come out, DVD.
Now, do you understand the magnitude? Obviously, this is several years later now that we're speaking in the present, but in the moment, did you understand how big those DVDs was going to be and how big of an impact it was going to make here in the city and even really the tri-state and even a little bit beyond that?
I did. I just didn't think that nobody else would catch up still right now. I just didn't think no generation would catch up without killing themselves until right now. As far as talent wise, I thought that a generation would have probably surpassed us by now. And it just ain't happening yet.
Yeah.
But it was like, say your question again, because I
No,
did.
I was just asking, do you understand how big those
The
DVDs
impact.
was now? Yeah, like not now looking back on it, we obviously all
Back
could
then, you
see, but
saying
back
back
then
then.
going through it, did you understand that it was something
Absolutely.
that
How
was
big
going
it
to be
was?
as big as
Absolutely. Because at that time, hip hop had a void in it.
yeah.
At that time, like I was well aware of that. in that moment. Like that's why I used to like go so hard behind my peers to push everybody to look as hot as they could look and
Yeah.
as hot as they could be. And you know what I mean? And protect them as much as they could be protected by me type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like it was like that was all the elements of why I was so serious about everything.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I always looked at it from that light, like, no, we worth this.
Yeah. No, for
Like,
sure.
no, we them.
Yeah, and
Like, no, ain't nothing. Once we get where we going, ain't nothing out there that's out there right now. And I don't care if it's legendary or not. Like, I mean, ain't nothing out there right now. We get to where we going, how we supposed to get there. Ain't nothing gonna stop us.
no
You
facts.
know what I'm saying? So that's the mindset I had. I actually had the mindset of my era being the next generation of hip hop as a whole.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
that's what I thought was going to happen. You know
Cause
what
I
I
hear a
mean?
lot of artists from that era and from the DVD times, and when they speak in like a way that they don't really, they don't regret what was going on, but they didn't understand the magnitude of it. You know what I'm
Because
saying? They felt
a
like they
lot of them
didn't.
was clueless.
Yeah,
I wasn't. I can't. I understand the question before it even end. I don't feel nothing like them because I understood. That's why I was like I was. My life was faster than most of my peers, and it was by default. It wasn't like by choice. That shit was wicked, 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 wicked. It
yeah,
wasn't like I ain't choose for it to be like that. But in the process, I grew my growth and my development in certain aspects of life was beyond my years. You know what I'm saying? So I understood struggle to success. You know what I'm saying? I understood. I played football every year.
yeah.
Every year I gained 10 pounds. When I first started playing football, I was 20 pounds under the original weight. So I understood grinding, getting better. I understood. I wasn't the smartest in my class at the beginning of the year. It was always the end.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I
No, for sure.
understood type shit. And I always was challenged in life, period. So it was a lot of things that God blessed me with. And I don't negate that. I was blessed with that by God, like with my parents being who they was and things like that. And I had a lot of little gifts. So I can't say I was clueless like everybody else.
Yeah, no, for sure. Cause like from a fan perspective, from the outside looking in, and of course I'm a little bit younger than y'all, so y'all was kind of like the old heads, and seeing y'all on the DVDs and remembering vividly rushing home, to 69th Street to go get the DVDs from Sounds of Upper Darby, going home and watching them and doing that, and then seeing y'all out in public. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember the first time I seen Reed down Southwest, it was like seeing a star, like seeing, you know what I'm saying, somebody
He
that
was a star.
y'all was untouchable at a, you know what I'm saying?
The
So
nigga was a star. It was
no, for
factual.
sure, y'all
It
was
was
stars. So
factual. It was
I
factual.
sometimes I feel like with certain people, making it to certain points in their career, and then others still, building and going to. I just feel like a lot of stuff get overlooked, and the perspective of it is, we need to shine a light on that because that was a real era. Not just for Philly, because it was like a nuke bomb when it hit Philly, but just in rap culture in general. You know what I'm saying? Those DVDs and having family out the Midwest down south and hearing them talk about it later on and seeing them and, you know what I'm saying, putting them on and sending them in the mail. So I know the impact that it really had, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like a lot of people don't understand or don't respect that. And I like to shine a light on that for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's right there, sturdy. I appreciate that. And shout out to the family. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Salute to
yeah,
y'all.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah,
Keep
no, for sure.
listening. We still around.
For sure.
Nah, but no, with that is like it was like I said, backtracking to how my opening statement in the last thing. It was a void in hip hop where hip hop started letting in chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? And that at that time, hip hop technology introduced YouTube. So with technology introducing YouTube and just the connection of Big Star running around how he was running around pre him even putting us on there to go battle. Big
Yeah,
Star was already he already started to popularize Philly for having bar spitters, but this was in the era the game was still kicking, so
yeah,
they ain't need them. You know
yeah,
what I'm
no, for
saying?
sure.
So now by the time we come around with the battle thing, it was the first time that cats actually like linked up, represent their spot with the culture, bring it face to face.
Yeah,
It was so the nostalgia was like in the '60s doing Beat Street.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Two
no, I can
groups
see the
moving. You know what I'm
comparison for
saying?
sure. I
So
definitely can see the
so so
comparison.
that's that. So with us like
And it hasn't really been nothing like it since. You feel what I'm saying? Little spits and spats of it, but not really as hard as it hit. I don't think it'll be.
because that fucked everything up. I'm sorry to sidetrack, but our era fucked everything up at the same time that it made everybody rap better. It made everybody mentality lack because it made everybody start aiming at each other. This music, it popularized this music. The whole rap game. Like if you look at the transition of hip hop and like how everybody was bent on the art of storytelling
Yeah.
since the 80s through the 90s. Everybody through the early 2000s, everybody was bent on the art of storytelling until we came along. Like, cause when we came along, Rockefeller was breaking up. You know what I'm saying? Juvenile left Cash
Cash
Money.
money, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All of these things was going on with the hip hop, where all the real squads started to deteriorate with the original hip hop music, like Rough Riders, all of them started to fall. You know what I'm saying? And it, like I said, it was a void. So YouTube helped us fill that void.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it was like nobody. That's why it's like I don't be caring what cats be saying because they know they can't fuck with me. They just be tight because we was the same age and they just waited until they got 35 to get hot.
Yeah.
So they be like, you old nigga. Nigga, I'm a year older than you, or you older than me. And
Yeah.
you talking about old nigga. You niggas is just corny.
Yeah.
So it be like, you know what I mean? For me, it was like we was ahead of our time. And did I know that? Yeah, I knew that. That's why I clicked the Reed when I met Reed. And I ain't clicked all the other niggas I battled before I met them. Or all the other niggas I rap with before I met them that was my age.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
when I met him, it was a vision. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
was like, all right, bang. Because it took us a couple years of being in the same circles to even interact with each other. I was cocky. I was on my who I am. He was arrogant on who he is. So I was like, he used to walk past my block. I used to be like, nigga, this nigga don't speak to me, nigga. I don't
And
even
speak
sing.
down. Yeah.
No, fuck, I don't speak. I don't sing.
Yeah, okay.
You sing, who that? Type shit. Fuck you talking about. So it was like that until Eddie Morris introduced us. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay. So what's one thing that you would tell young Frankie now?
uh, you don't need them
Okay. And why you say that?
because I I had a I had a thing where I always knew who I was. I knew my abilities, but I ain't never want to go nowhere by myself, like without who I was with before I got there.
Yeah,
Type
no,
shit.
I
I
could
ain't never
definitely
want to
understand
jump
that.
to a whole nother group of people and have to leave the ones that I came this far with behind just to go somewhere else. And with being bunched in collective groups of people all my life, going from Cree and all my Cree and Dex and City and then going up Southwest and me and Rain Man Reed and Eddie Mars. Then we come further over. Now we got Touch Money. Now got Touch. Now I done link with Touch Money, and now we in the bomb. Now and I got 50 compadres. You say Grippaz is up.
Yeah.
It's smoking. You know what I'm saying? So
No, for
it was
sure.
like that's how it was in the beef. It was like in the beef. It was I wanted everybody else to go ahead get your shit off. Get
Okay.
your shit off. Cause I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
carry it how I'm gonna carry it regardless. I
No, for
don't care
sure.
if you don't feel how I feel. Get your shit off. Type shit. So it was like it was very beneficial in a lot of ways. Did I love it at the time? Hell yeah, I loved it. It was a love-hate thing though. Same thing now, same thing then. It was a love-hate thing. I loved it. It was nostalgic. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
felt like D Block. You know what I'm saying? Going that motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Fucking somebody or something. I felt like Mac going at D Block. I felt like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
no.
felt like it was up. You know what I'm saying? This the Jones you prove yourself. We just watch State Property and Major Figures do this. And
Yeah.
only one of them came out popping the most on the end of it. You feel me? So
Yeah,
we know this shit gonna erase you.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
for
mean?
sure, for sure.
So no, we got to get busy. We got to get busy. And we was on some still sharp and still shit in the studio. You couldn't, if you couldn't survive in top, if you couldn't survive against us in top class, you wasn't going nowhere with us.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
You couldn't survive against us, you ain't going nowhere with us. So we was building a bunch of motherfucking arsons in that motherfucker.
yeah. So with the state of hip hop and rap in Philly right now, have you ever considered mentoring a young rapper or artist coming out the city?
That's an everyday consideration. I've been mentoring people since I was a kid. I've always gotten mentor. I've always been a teacher and a student at the same time.
Yeah,
So it's like
those be the best
every
ones.
every little piece of advice is mentoring. You know what I'm saying? Every little piece of know-how is mentoring, especially once it get used. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's ironic that you asked that because we currently in the process of trying to put a situation together where I can put them display that part of me, that side of me, that mentor side.
Okay, that's dope. So when it's all said and done, what do you want your legacy in Philly hip hop to be?
Uh, Frank with the grip is gone. Quite frankly,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Is my who I am. I am who I am. Like I made people comfortable to be themselves. I know who I am. I know what I meant on that screen. My fans relate to me. My fans connect to my person. I can rap, I can not rap. When I talk to them, it sound like I'm rapping. They don't give a fuck. They gonna spit what I talk to you. The same
Yeah,
way they gonna spit what they favorite rapper spit. You know what I'm
yeah,
talking about? So it's like I that's what I want. I appreciate that. I got what I want already out of hip hop. I got what I want. I ain't one of them artists that feel like he wasn't appreciated by a city. I
yeah,
ain't one of them artists that feel like he didn't go where he was supposed to go.
yeah.
I've been too many places to feel like that.
No, for
I
sure.
did
It's definitely
movies.
people out here like me
I,
that's never gonna let that, you know what I'm saying, era go. It just was too impactful in our lives, I feel like. And like I said, we gotta shine a light on y'all because again, even sometimes y'all don't recognize it, you know what I'm saying? And it's
absolutely.
for people like us that was consumers of it to keep y'all name alive and just keep, you know what I'm saying, what y'all had going on at that time and shine light on because without y'all, I feel like it wouldn't be hip hop in Philly, especially how it is now. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, just the way they go at each other, just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? The grittiness of the city. I feel like y'all embedded that in the artists that are coming out now.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I know. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate all the honors. I mean, it ain't, it ain't all us. You know what I'm saying? It's a couple other people that were trickled in the mix, but I appreciate all the honors. I just like to try to be as human as I could possibly be
No,
and living. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, it's like I appreciate all my peers, everybody that was on my side and the other side. Like, did I know that? Did I know that 20 years later, like I said, it wouldn't have been something to overshadow what we did yet? No, I ain't know that. I knew it was as big as it was when it was. I actually believed it was bigger than I believed what y'all believed.
yeah, yeah,
What y'all believed about us is what Frank believed. Like
yeah,
I
for
was
sure.
with the shits. Like I was like, no, we ain't going there. We ain't doing that. We don't need them. We ain't gotta be with them. They need us,
Yeah,
and we gonna stay together. That's how we gonna make sure they need us, because they ain't gonna have us
yeah,
without having us. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I was on that note, and that's why I was rocking and rolling with my peers like that. If you ever like view the old footage, catch it on YouTube and things like that. But that's all I wanted to mean. I wanted to be that though. I just wanted to be a brother to my brothers, be a brother to my sisters. Hope I was able to be a good son to my mom.
yeah,
You know what I mean, be a good father to my kids.
yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean, my legacy is like things that's priceless.
Yeah,
I mean, I leave a lot of things with people that's priceless. My memories is my vibe. My memories is the things that I told a person that they gonna tell a person. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
That's
So,
all.
so what's next for Frankie with the Grippers? Any music, battles, or anything unexpected?
Oh man, I don't even know what's next, but there's a lot going on. So I can tell you this. there's a lot going on. What's next is I'm about to light this L and start puffing.
Okay.
But it's a lot going on. I'm doing a documentary right now. I'm doing a soundtrack to it. I'm working on 5 different collaboration projects with 5 different artists. I'm rocking and rolling, man. I'm selling water ice and pretzels.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Original Philly shit, you know.
Yeah, no,
I'm about to get
facts.
some cheesesteaks too. I got
Facts,
the hand.
facts. So before we get out of here, where can the people find you at?
On 51st and Market. Come get a water ice. Come get a pretzel. You know what I mean? Come get a motherfucking come get a some candy. Come get a t-shirt done. You know what I mean? Come record a verse at the studio. You know what I mean? Besides that, you can catch me on the gram at FrankWitDaGrippaz. Catch me on Facebook at FrankWitDaGrippaz. You know what I mean? Catch me on... No, I don't be on X. That shit got too explicit. But you can catch me on there, though.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and just like that, it's your wifey's
Quite
favorite
frankly.
DJ, the Backblock Bully, DJ Juice Ortiz, Reza Ferret, man. It was a pleasure having you with us, man.
Oh, man, pleasure being here.
And just like that, we out.